Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for another video today. Okay, as promised, today's upload is a tour of my new apartment. If you're a follower of my channel, if you're a regular watcher, then you'll know that I've been in Thailand for about 2 months now, just moved up from Pattaya, and I've actually decided to stay out here now until the end of February rather than go back at the beginning of January. And the reason for that is my house sale is going through. If I go back to the UK, it's winter, there's nothing going on. I just don't see the point. So with that, I've calculated what I would have spent in hotels over the next 3 months, and even in budget hotels, I'd be looking at 80 to 90,000 baht just for my hotel accommodation. So as I'm definitely coming out here, 100%, I've taken the plunge and I've put a deposit down on a nice apartment right in the heart of Sukhumvit, which I'm going to show you today. Now, originally the landlady, she's Thai, she's a very nice lady. She's coming around to meet me today. Um, she wanted 2 months deposit and a month in advance rent. And I told her straight, I said, look, I'm not going to give you 2 months deposit. It's a lot of cash. I've been paying for flights, hotels, visas, that sort of thing. And I said, you know, if you'll accept 1 month deposit, 1 month in advance, then I'm willing to move in. Her place had been empty for 4 months, and you know, she's seen the light at the end of the tunnel, as it were, and she agreed to that. So I've now moved in. I've paid my deposit. I've paid my month in advance rent. I've just about settled in. I've spent the last sort of 2 or 3 days doing lots of trips to Tesco Lotus, Robinsons, Big C, buying kettles and some cutlery, things like that. There is quite a bit supplied with the apartment. Silly me, I didn't really look through all the cupboards, so I went out and bought a kettle, and there's a kettle already in the cupboard, so I've got 2 kettles now. Not to worry, everything's quite cheap here, and I'll show you all that a little bit later on. So the apartment's 20,000 baht deposit, which is returnable, and it's 20,000 baht a month, and it's a 1 year lease, minimum 1 year, which I'm quite happy with. I'll probably stay longer. Now, the reason I've chosen this apartment is because it's right in the heart of the city. I won't tell you exactly where it is for obvious reasons, but the Nana SkyTrain is very, very close by. I'm in a lively soy at that end, but I'm very deep into the soy. So although there's a lot of action down there, this end, it's very, very quiet, and it's a very nice place to work and to live. Okay, so to start the video, what I thought I'd do, I'd show you the facilities of the apartment building before I actually go down to the apartment and show you what you get for 20,000 baht. Okay, so right now I'm sitting at a very hot location on the rooftop of the apartment building. As you can see behind me, there is a swimming pool, and this is one of the best swimming pools I've ever actually seen in an apartment building. So I'll turn the camera around, and I'll just show you what you get, and then I'll take you down there and show you the gym that comes with it. It's all free to use if you rent an apartment here. Now, every time I've been up here, there's been nobody here. It's been absolutely dead. And as I say, this is a fantastic pool. It's an infinity pool. It's very long. I don't know the exact length, but this is great for doing lengths. And I do want to lose a little bit of the midriff, some weight. So once I'm settled in good and proper, I will make myself a schedule, and I'll come up here and relax, maybe early morning, maybe late in the evening, and I'll do laps. Okay. As we head down towards the elevators, I'm on the 8th floor now. As I said, there is a gym that's free to use. I'll actually join a gym because there's nothing worse than being in an empty room all by yourself. There's no motivation. I mean, it looks fairly well equipped, and this is a very nice location. Okay, so let's head down to my apartment and let's see what you get for 20,000 baht. Okay, I've now come down to the 3rd floor where my apartment's located. It looks a little bit drab and dreary here on the landing, but it is very, very quiet, and that's what I like about it. Okay, this is me. There is a couple of downsides to this apartment, but I'll tell you about that at the end of the video. Okay, so as we enter the apartment, you can see it's very spacious, it's very well appointed. There's a nice seating area there. All this has been supplied, the couch there and the table's a little bit funky. The speakers, I'll put them away, I don't really need them. Nice flat screen TV. I've got a TV box to go on there for Netflix and what have you. Just leave my daily bits and pieces here. The kitchen's not bad. Full-size fridge, works very, very well. There's a sink there, and the microwave come with the apartment. I bought the kettle and the toaster. The toaster was about 690 baht, so not bad. I don't like these electric hobs, but it goes with the territory in the flats. I suppose it's fire. There is a hood to take smells away. The lights aren't working, but they've told me they'll replace them. I really like this table here. It just kind of it almost turns the kitchen into a separate area. So I've been out shopping. I do live here by myself. I haven't been entertaining, so the cupboards are a bit sparse. Emergency food, instant noodles, cornflakes, salt and pepper. I spent a lot of days just buying condiments. I managed to get some bread last night. I froze half of the loaf because there's no way I could possibly eat a whole loaf by myself. I bought some eggs, all the condiments, because they're things you don't think of until you need them. Plenty of water. I'm buying these 5 litre plastic things there at 7-Eleven. They're 40 baht. And then, of course, the all-important beer for the evening and some more bread down there. And I did manage to get some cheese, although it's quite expensive in Thailand, cheese. Okay, so in this cupboard, which is hidden away, there is actually a washing machine. And I know it's probably, and an ironing board actually, and there is an iron supplied as well, but you just don't need to iron anything. If you're wearing t-shirts and, just casual clothes, you don't need to iron them. And you won't believe what a godsend that is. After living out of a suitcase for 2 months and having to take my laundry and pay, 150 baht, 140 baht every time, just to be able to do my own washing while I'm watching TV or something, it's fantastic. And the other benefit of this apartment, which helps obviously with the washing for drying, is there's quite a spacious balcony. Now I went out and bought this thing here. Obviously this folds out so I can hang my clothes. Same on the other side, and not much of a view, I'm afraid, but you can't have everything. There's another one there, and I have sat out here with a beer at night. It is quite relaxing. I'll just show you over the side there. As I say, there isn't much to look at, but it is very, very quiet. And like I said, at that end of the soy, it's very lively. Okay, right. So this is looking from the balcony, so you can see the side. It's quite spacious. So let's now head on into the bedroom and the bathroom, which I like a lot. Obviously, I've been out to buy my bedding and everything. Nice big bed, but as is everything in Thailand, the bed's quite hard. That's a 6-foot wide bed, and the bedding was bought from Tesco Lotus. It was on sale, 2 sheets, 2 pillowcases, and the actual bedspread there. I think I paid about 900 baht for the whole lot, which is quite good. What I really like about this room is there is a nice, the chair came with it, as did the work table there. It's like a workstation. And I'm working from here for the moment. I do hope to get in the future a desktop. I don't like working on a laptop full time, but I'm working here at the moment. It's very, very comfortable. The air conditioning's good, and it's just a nice environment to be in. Okay, and then moving along, we've got ample cupboard space here. So I've just kind of thrown everything in there for the moment. Vacuum cleaner came with it. I don't know why there's a vacuum cleaner. I just used a sweeping brush and it did the job fantastically. And plenty of closet spaces. I've just chucked the old suitcase up there. All my casual stuff there. Okay, so let's have a look at the bathroom. So it's all very, very clean, very, very modern. Plenty of toiletries there from the UK to last me, but I will run out because I only bought enough for 2 months, as it were. Okay, so very modern sink. There's a mirror there in front of it. The shower's great. The shower works brilliantly. I've been in so many hotels in the past where it's either scalding hot and you can't turn it down and you have to jump in and out to have a shower, or it's freezing cold because they're trying to save money and they turn the water off about 10 o'clock at night. So by the time you get in at 3 o'clock, it's cold. Okay, so I'm really happy with it. This is a nice space for a single man or somebody living on their own. So this might not be for everybody, location-wise, size-wise. There are people who are going to leave comments, say, oh, they've got an apartment for 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. Now, I did look at apartments way out of the city, sort of 14, 15 kilometers away in Bangkok, where Simon lives, and you can get this for probably 10 to 12,000. I'm paying 20,000 for this, but you're not just paying for the apartment, are you? You're paying for the location. There's plenty of bars, Starbucks, there's malls. You've got Terminal 21 up the road, Robinsons, Tesco Lotus, Big C, you name it, it's all around here. The BTS station is literally down the road, so it's great infrastructure, easy to get around. That's the reason I picked this. I think 20,000 baht a month for this area is very, very good because before the pandemic, I looked at some apartments which were 30, 40,000. They weren't much more than this, maybe an extra bedroom or something, a little bit more space. 20,000 baht in the heart of Sukhumvit. I mean, I'm really right in a real good area. I think it's a good deal. Obviously, I'm going to have to pay a couple of thousand baht a month for the electricity and maybe 300 to 500 baht for water. The landlady's coming around today. She'll explain all that to me very shortly, actually. Right, so what are the downsides? Like anything in life, there's always two sides to the story. There's the good things and the bad things, and you've got to weigh everything up as opposed to whether it's going to suit you or not. So for me, there's a lot of positives. I've got the washing machine. It's very quiet. It's close to the action just up the road there. The aircon works great. The kitchen's great. Everything's good. Two things that I don't like about this apartment. One is it's quite dark. So in the daytime, I have to have the lights on. It's not pitch black. It's 50%. But the reason for that is, it's not, I thought it was because there's a building fairly close by. It's not that at all. What it is, there's a tree that just happens to be growing between the bedroom and this lounge window. And it's gone up real high and it's grown a canopy over the top. And that's kind of blocking the light quite a lot. So that is one downside because I do like a very bright environment for when I'm in the apartment in the daytime working. But I can live with it. It's not so bad because you do get some light through. The other downside, which I will talk to the landlady about today, I don't know if she can do anything about it, the water pressure, other than the shower, because the shower is self-contained, it's very, very good, but the water pressure in the kitchen and the sink in the toilet is quite low. So when you're trying to wash up, it's not a dribble, but it doesn't flush out really fast. You know, you have to kind of hold the cup for a while to fill it, as it were. They're the only things. They're little things. They don't really bother me too much. So, you know, if you're thinking of coming out here to live full time, you've got to weigh everything up. And what I always say to people, I don't generally recommend going to agents as a rule. Some people do recommend that. It is a good way to go for some people. But the way I like to do it, I just walk down quiet streets. There's always a sign outside. It might be in Thai with a telephone number, but it's obvious what it is. You use Google Translate, and that's how I found this place. I walked down. I was staying in a hotel up the road. I tried 3 or 4 places. I found 2 places. The other place was rubbish. It was 15,000 baht a month. It was basically a room, and it was awful. I wouldn't have housed Benji, my dog, in there. But I found this place, and it was just a case of walking down the soy. There was a sign, security guard. It's fully secure. There's a security guard downstairs, 2 security guards actually, so people can't wander in. But I said to the security guard, I held my phone up with Google Translate. I'm looking for an apartment. He took me to reception. The reception guy spoke English. He showed me 2 or 3 apartments, and that's how I found this. So it's not always necessary to go and see an agent. You know, you can do things by yourself a lot of the time. And I do think you tend to get better deals like that because you're not paying agents' fees. You're just dealing direct with the landlord. Okay. If you want to ask me any questions about renting a condo, any hiccups, anything that I've found, please go into the description, leave your comments there. If they're simple questions, I'll get back to them. I'll get back to you, or you can, if you want to be a little bit more elaborate, you can send me an email. That's sometimes better. Okay. So thanks for watching this video. There'll be another upload soon. Until then, I'll catch you real soon.